The top sales for the past month for hardware and software have been released.
That's still going on?
Well, that's right. And it turns out the PS4 just squeezed out the Xbox One for selling more units. This is according to the MPD Group. And again, the MPD Group, what is that all about, Todd?
I don't know, but they rate motion pictures apparently.
Yeah, well, it's a marketing firm.
Oh, I got that
which
wrong.
No, that's okay. A lot of suits rely on to actually tell them about business numbers. This isn't some video game site or what have you. All right, 256,000 Xbox Ones were sold. They're estimating a roughly 290,000 PS4s were sold. Thief came in at 4. It was really the only next-gen game on here.
Yeah.
Battlefield 4 is still selling pretty well, so not a whole lot of surprises.
Well, here's the ironic part. Outside of exclusive titles, both of these are inferior to PC gaming. Who's winning in Japan?
Hey, let's talk about this. I don't have Japan numbers, Todd. I'm not a robot.
I'll tell you who's winning. PlayStation. Who's winning in Europe? PlayStation. Who's barely winning in America?
You have to
PlayStation.
excuse me, that was the Twitch front page. But we got to move on to our next story here, Todd.
Let's go.
This comes from PC Gamer. Very interesting article, PCGamer.com. There are 3 things they say are going to become more ubiquitous. So you're going to see more map deformation, larger scale, and stat tracking, battle log, aka battle log.
Those are some bold statements.
Which will
Very bold statements to be making.
The overall thing here is they're saying it's going to lead to more massive first-person shooters. PlanetSide 2.
Oh.
But you play a lot of PlanetSide 2. And
I
what
would
they're saying is it's going to
well,
lead to a lot more.
You and I might have different definitions about the word play.
I walk by you and it's on the screen.
I'm dead most of the time.
So he says, expect more focus on generating real tactical choices and meaningfully different weapons, and for simulation and permadeath to rise up next to scripted events and checkpoints. Permadeath, I think, is interesting because I think a lot of people feel like games are too easy or the stakes aren't high enough in these games. It also makes for really good YouTube videos.
It does.
DC Infinite Crisis. It's a MOBA. It's a game. Again, the open beta is out today. You can sign up. You can play it right away. You go to infinitecrisis.com. I want to draw attention to the trailer.
By the way, this is not gameplay footage, in case you're wondering.
Well, I have thoughts. So it's about the minute trailer. This is obviously not gameplay. For someone that doesn't even know what a MOBA is, you're going to just, I think this is what this trailer, who this trailer is appealing to.
Well, I think what they're doing is they're showing off their license, which separates them from all the other types of games like that, because you do have all those Marvel characters.
Well, I mean, obviously there's the Joker,
that's
Batman,
DC.
Yeah, Stan Lee was in there somewhere too, I think. One of the things that differentiates this, again, between League of Legends and what Dota's doing or Dota 2, I think there's a little bit more personality and familiarity with these characters, to each their own. But I think it's going to appeal to a whole new demographic, a whole new group of gamer that sees a trailer like this. Oh, this looks really cool. Has no idea what a MOBA is, but still wants to jump into being one of these characters.
They also don't know what Blur Studios is, who makes most of these trailers.
Did Blur make that one?
Probably. They make all of them.
Yeah. The next thing we're going to do.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
Let's talk about this Need for Speed movie.
Oh yeah, this thing.
That's right. This is borderline video game news. And I say borderline. The only reason I think it's worth bringing up is because we're going to see a lot more films like this. Just taking a video game's IP and lending it to an action/car film. Go ahead and play a little bit of the trailer.
Oh.
You could have called this Gran Turismo. You could have called this Twisted Metal.
Hated it already. I really liked him in the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
That's my boy. Yo, team.
We all knew Bryan Cranston was going to be good after Breaking Bad. I was worried about Aaron, and I'm still worried
Well, this
about
is a horrible decision.
Yeah, I'm so not surprised that this movie's terrible, considering the game didn't really have a story.
Well, here's the reviews on it. People are saying there's no storyline whatsoever, but the action scenes are good. Otherwise known as Fast and Furious. Quignami says TV actors usually don't become successful film actors. He's right.
Yeah, Bruce Willis. Oh, wait.
He wasn't a TV actor,
He started in Moonlighting.
Yeah, but that's one thing.
You're talking about for 4 years.
7 seasons,
That was his first thing.
But that was in the 80s when everyone was,
How about Michael J. Fox? He was a very successful film star for a while there with the Back to the Future series.
Yeah, but then he went back to TV.
Can I ask you a question?
It's out. Please do, Todd. This is flannel.
Was there a cat eating a banana on the TV?
Probably. Next story here, and we only, again, have 2 stories left that I know of, unless Todd decides to really go off the
we're
rails.
like an 8-story building. We've climbed up 6 stories. We've got 2 more stories.
Great
Yeah,
metaphor.
when do we jump off?
We're like when do we jump out of the window? Yeah. And reviews the top 10 most abused characters in the history of video games. But here's one, Poseidon.
You mean like the god Poseidon?
Well, yes, in God's War.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that counts. Lara Croft, when I played the most recent Definitive Edition, it's bad. This one was nuts.
Oh my God.
Like, Creative Assembly, the designers putting together Alien Isolations, put together a pretty cool little developer diary explaining what it's like to make this new game coming off the shoulders of a disappointment in Aliens Cloning a Marine.
We wanted to make the aliens scary again.
Depending on how cautious players are, we've seen encounters in Alien Isolation last well over 30 minutes in some cases, and this just can't be done with scripted behaviour. As soon as the player can predict a pattern in the alien, it stops being scary.
Here's an interesting comment from the chat. El Asia, wouldn't a real gamer be ashamed to run around with a Mac laptop? Just kidding, like the show. I'd love if Alienware decided to send us free laptops.
Yeah, any laptop, but let me give you some advice real quick. If you're ever in West Hollywood at 2 in the morning in a park at night and some guy offers you a laptop, it's not a computer.
No, it's not.
The fate of the earth is in my hands. No choice but to take a stand. I don't care if I'm wrong or right. All I